See this wonderful nature you have built for me to listen up with, for me to admire. I've never been such a good creature for somebody to figure point, but somebody is listening that I'm a collector. Lord, help me to understand and to move out of this kind of the situation. I do believe and trust in you that my dear one, I could be the king, somebody to say, he's the beloved, he's the loved, he's the wonderful image that he is representing to everybody out there. The arrangement or the series of sequence, I couldn't know how they came about, but because of you, you have made it possible for me to start understanding because of the book that is showing the life. I have a people to signify that these people are the people that I should imitate, that they are the people that I can learn and get advice from. I came to a point, I came to an extent of not knowing of how to discover myself, that whom do I want to be. But because of them, I do appreciate for their motive reasons that they have made and that they have bring unto my vivid situation. One, there is a teacher, Mr. Viela, and Madam Mwetwa. My third vital person, individual that I can talk of is Ben Carson. I went through his videos and hard copies books. I admired his kind of life, how he grew up with a single mother and started talking of the things in whichever book that he has wrote. He has never forgot to mention God in his studies, in his situation, and all that he had gone through. God was the first priority for him to talk about. Who am I? If it's such kind of the people that are happening today, they have done that, what of me? I should be the person to listen up when things they are gone so sour. I should not start complaining, crying over and over, here and then, there and then. Henceforth, I got a sharp mind, two eyes, two hands, two ears to listen and to work, two legs to start doing things, implementing ideology to the people whereby they are there to watch and say, let's see if his life has begun to equipoise. There are some certain things that we need to keep it as our secret, but to some of the certain issues we need to be serious that builds our lives. We have the foundation. The only problem of us youth of nowadays, we are dormant, ignorance too much in us. We only cry for our parents to build our lives. Whilst they took us to school, they did their responsibility up to an extent whereby they have even started deciding of giving us a chance to see if our minds are sharp to start doing our own things. And the one major point that I've discovered to the youth of nowadays is that we like too much to be selfish. we like to separate others and make ourselves special to others. Whilst we need people out of the people, where people can build the people. But rather, we image ourselves from such kind of the situations and see ourselves to be the special than others. I believe all this, as the time being, everybody will follow it nicely. Is the kind of nature I've followed, at least to explain something. We don't know how this came about, but because of God's reasons, this has come to an existence whereby we need to be responsible of this, not to be the hinderers and to be the destroyers. Whilst we have the authority to make it beautiful as it is, as it was from the beginning. If you can watch this video, you take time to think of who you are, and to take time and think of and realize that why God has made this. It is a reason and it is your duty. It is mandatory for you to think about, because once you do that, meaning you are taking charge, the dominion that God has given you to look over this. If you decide of that, if you think of that, you become the major character and the subject and the topic of the discussion to some of the people. Start saying that how does he come about to know such? Well, he's just a person created and actually was just born from the mere parents that we normally knows. See how people underrated Jesus despite all the things that he has done unto them, but they couldn't believe that he was a person who can change their lives and who can remove them from the ways or from the deep sin, the wars, the way. And we just only see ourselves to be better than others. And they even continue to say, he's just a son of the carpenter. What can he tell us? But today we are saying he's our personal savior. So never should you underrate, never should you reject, never should you forsake somebody who has a reason to your failing. I hope all is possible to listen.